What's up guys, Eric from BeatSonic. I have here a 2016 Toyota Tacoma and we're going to be installing the BeatSonic Apple CarPlay right now. I'm going to take you step by step on how to do it. It's plug and play and also compatible with other select 2014 to 2019 Toyota models. So let's jump in and get started. Alright, so we're in the car now and all we have to do is remove this panel, and after we remove it there's going to be 4 10mm bolts behind here. We're going to unloosen all that. And then all we have to do is pull it out. But before you pull it out, grab some blankets, place it around this area so you don't scratch any of your interior. And let's go ahead and do it. So we'll grab a hold of this area, just give it a firm pull. Alright, just like that. Okay. And you won't have this wire here for this vehicle. There was a touch switch sensor that was installed, which engages the camera that this owner installed over here. Tell you guys about that later. That's also one of our products. And then that exposes the 4 10mm bolts. So let's go ahead and take them all out. Alright, once all the 4 10mm bolts are out, we're going to be removing the radio. Before we do so, just make sure this area is covered pretty good. I'm gonna pull it out, same time place it on the blanket. Okay, just like that. And as you can see here, we have some other harnesses that's also installed to this vehicle because it doesn't have a front camera, and it also has our phone mirroring system. So we're going to remove our phone mirroring system and install in place our CarPlay device. If you're like this customer, you have the iPhone or you have the phone mirroring system already, you actually can install both devices and make it work together. Or you can just remove the phone mirroring and use the Apple CarPlay if the only application you were using are maps and like calls and text message and so forth. Then you obviously don't need the mirroring device anymore. So for this customer, he doesn't need a mirroring device because he never watches movies. He just uses for phone calls and maps. So we're going to remove this and install the Apple CarPlay system. So let me go ahead and first remove this. Alright, we ended up taking the radio out just so it's easier to see which connectors we want to be working on. So the connector is this one, and this one. Those are the only 3 connectors where we have to connect our harness into. And we're going to daisy chain it to connect the car side into it. So let me just show you the connection. So this connector here will go here like this. And then we have another connector go in here. Like that. So 2. And then we'll have a third connector right here. Okay, so as you can see, we have 3 connectors. This one, and this one. Alright, those are the only 3 connectors I'm going to be working on. So once these are connected, let's take this radio to the car, and then we are going to connect the other side of these connectors. And then also add on our Apple CarPlay system here. And then our car interface. Alright, and then we also need to configure the dip switch over here. Just refer to the manual that's included with the kit. That'll tell you exactly which dip switch to use. Alright, so let's get back in the car. Here we are making all the connections here. Everything will click into place. You shouldn't have to force anything in. If you do, you have the wrong connector. For this install, we're going to be using this optional USB connector. It looks like this. And so unplug the USB connector from the radio, connect it into this harness, and this other end will connect into the Apple CarPlay system right here. Alright. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish all the other connections right now. Let me start off with this Apple CarPlay device. So we have the USB, and then we also have the the 3.5 millimeter, the aux, and the other end's going to have these two RCA cables, which will connect into the RCA cables in our harness. And then we have this HDMI cable here, which will be connected from the Apple CarPlay device to the interface. Actually, I have the interface open like this. Yours will not be open. We just need to confirm some stuff, so I have it open. Just ignore this for now. Okay, so we have the HDMI going from the Apple CarPlay device to the car's interface. Okay, and then we also have over here this big main harness. This big piece connector will connect into the car's interface as well. And then ignore all these other connectors here, as these are other optional features from this interface which we're not going to be using. So if you want, you can go ahead and tape it up. I'm going to leave it on here for now. We also have another harness. This is to power up our Apple CarPlay, which will connect into here. And if you look into your main harness, you'll also find another 3.5 millimeter cable like this. This is for your mic. We have interfaced it into the factory mic, which will connect to the USB side. So it looks like everything's connected. Let's fire it up and just test to make sure everything is working before we clean up all the wires, put on this case, and tuck it very nicely. Alright viewers, we've finished. We actually jumped ahead and just finished installing it, and then just everything else after that, just reverse order what we did to remove the radio, and everything's back in. And once you're done, let me tell you guys how to navigate it. This is the Apple CarPlay screen. It's a system ready. Let me get out for a moment. Okay, so this is the home native screen, and before you do it, you have to press and select aux in your source menu. Okay, and then if you actually select aux after getting out of aux, just like you saw right now, it automatically puts you in the Apple CarPlay mode. But say that you turn off your car while your car is in aux, and if you turn it back on, and if you get out of the car while it was in Apple CarPlay mode, it'll automatically put you back into the Apple CarPlay mode, just like that. If you want to get out, just double click on the power button. Okay, and it'll put you back to the native screen. And then if you're back at the aux screen and you want to go back in, you could also double press the power button, and it'll put you back into the Apple CarPlay screen, like that. And then once you have that on, go ahead and plug your phone in. And once it's plugged in, and when you initially plug it in, you'll find that you'll see the Apple CarPlay logo. You might have to authorize you have to unlock your phone and authorize the connection between your phone and the Apple CarPlay device. And then you'll see your screen with the Apple CarPlay. Everything will work normally if you make a phone call.
Would you like to make a call?
You can make a phone call, or if you want to listen to some music, you can also listen to music as well. And whenever you make a phone call, it's actually going to use your factory Bluetooth system, whether you make a phone call or you receive a phone call. And you could also utilize your factory steering wheel control to pick up and also to hang up phone calls. Your volume will continue to work. Although you don't see your volume level indicator on the Apple CarPlay screen, it will go up and down. Alright, well that concludes our installation demonstration on this Toyota Tacoma. This same product is also compatible with other select 2014 and 2019 Toyota models. So if you have any questions, shoot us an email at info@beatsonicusa.com or leave us a comment below, and we'll make sure to answer back. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.